This is Nawaz Kochra joining you on screen, and I am here at Gauri Khan's Torii, giving you a sneak peek into this exclusive world designed by Gauri Khan. And joining us will be the chef of the restaurant, Stefan Gadit, who is going to tell us some interesting stories about the space. So let's dive into the Torii experience. Hi Stefan, how are you?
Hi, welcome to Torii.
Thank you, thank you. So, I'm very excited to be here. This place is designed by Gauri Khan. She's one of the partners also here. So I really want to dive into exploring what Torii is all about, what it stands for, and how beautiful it has been designed, and the experience that it gives. So, let's dive into the Torii experience.
Right on. So as soon as you walk into the restaurant, this area you see is our outdoor lounge seating.
Okay.
And we walk up through the steps. You're going to come into the main dining room. The main dining room is a reflection of Gauri Khan's style. She loves bold colors, a lot of gold, and a very elegant dining room. So this part is for us, for our main diners to come and enjoy their dining experiences.
Okay.
Towards the outside on the lounge, we have a lot of big groups coming in.
Oh, okay.
A lot of parties, mini parties in themselves happening outside.
Yeah.
And we also sometimes have our celebrities coming in from the corner gate.
Oh, which is there?
Which is to the corner on that side. Yeah, that's a secret.
Okay. We have to see that.
Yes, yes, of course. And then they come in, they have a dining experience right at the back. They don't want to be disturbed most of the times.
Nice.
So they eat, they leave from there. That's where Shah Rukh Khan also sometimes makes his move.
That's
from.
the red color dough, if I'm not wrong?
No, this one's a concealed black dough. This one's...
okay, okay.
The red dough existed in our previous design.
Acha. Oh,
so that was our main dining room, our main door was red in color, and it was placed on this side.
Ah, interesting.
And that's when you would walk in, and the restaurant was divided into.
Right, right.
But now with this new vision of Gauri Khan, you can see the backdrop of our sushi counter, as well as, we have some guests that are able to sit and watch us work, while they're having their meal.
Right.
A lot of interactions with food questions and how the chefs are working, and people record.
Oh, so they also get to do that?
Well, yes, they come in, and there's some guests are very intrigued by what we do.
Oh.
And they want to see how things are operating in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
And so that's one of the sections that you can experience the cooks working.
Amazing. But I also want to know that because the theme of the restaurant is Asian, is why the choice of colors is also that?
Well, I would say yes. They have their influences in Gauri Khan's design.
Okay.
The meaning of Torii is a gateway to a shrine.
Okay.
And so she has, taken her influences, her personality, and put it into this beautiful dining room.
Amazing, amazing. And I was reading somewhere that, she had said every artwork in the restaurant or every lighting has been commissioned and handpicked personally by her.
And I would agree with that, yes. So when I came in during the relaunch last January, Gauri Khan was here. She was walking around. It's like, move this, do that. We had a chandelier. She got it taken off. She's an artist, right? And artists usually, or sometimes, most of the times, I would say, change their mind.
Okay.
And it takes a few goes of trial and error, which then allowed her to come up with this magnificent dining room. Very elegant. The golden pots and the lighting in the pots, they stand out. She picked the lamps.
Wow.
She even picked that little art piece out there as well. So
interesting.
Yeah, man, she put in her vision. Very, very cool. And then it became my job to make sure that I can back up her interior skills with the food that we're plating.
Absolutely. But how is the Torii kitchen like? How is it the fast-paced kitchens that usually there, or is it also?
Yes. Torii is an intense, fast-paced kitchen.
Okay.
We believe in cooking from scratch. So all of our food is prepared in-house. Our dim sum rolls are filling the dough, our noodles for Hakka noodles, our rice, everything is prepared in-house from scratch.
Oh, wow.
So we make our own sauces as well. It's a lot of pride in the food. There's a lot of pride in the food. The owners feel the same way. Gauri Khan feels the same way. And then bringing me in the picture, it
As a
just
culinary
became-
director, right?
As a culinary director, yes.
So, you know, what is it, you know, that you also bring to the table then? I want to understand that.
Well, I think being a celebrity chef or a celebrity restaurant's chef comes with its own set of challenges
Absolutely.
and responsibilities. I don't think it has been easy. It's been quite challenging at times. And we have our set of clients who prefer to have experimental food. So you've got to have a section for that.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of people who prefer to have their gravies and rice and noodles and something a little more approachable and understanding that they can connect to. So we have a section of the menu that, you know, allows them to choose from as well.
But, you know, for the Indian palate, how Asian can you go?
I think with my heritage being, you know, Indian, Canadian,
Right.
I just cook from my heart and I make sure it's tasty. And I forget about who's dining in the restaurant. You know, you just make sure that you cook delicious, hot food, you make it beautiful, you give a decent or substantial portion of food, you know, value for money.
Right.
And I feel like that's pretty much the package.
Amazing. Also, you know, you mentioned that, you know, sometimes there are experimental dishes also that you have to make.
Yes.
What's the most experimental dish you've made to date? In this restaurant?
In this
I'm
restaurant,
specifically talking about, yeah.
in this restaurant, I would say some very simpler dishes, you know, where you don't have too much going on the plate.
Okay.
One of my personal favorites is the roasted sea bass. It comes with a chimichurri sauce and just braised radish.
Oh,
Just 3 different things, but you got to cook it so well that, you know, there's nothing to hide on that plate.
absolutely. And, you know, with that, I would like you to show me the secret doorway for celebrities that Torii has.
Please, this way.
Yes.
I hope I don't get into trouble for this.
Absolutely not.
So as you see this section of the lounge, we have this particular section which is for our VIP guests, for our
okay.
our top clients. Most of the times they would like to come in here. They will block off this section, and you know, they would have their dining experience. And that's the door.
Oh, that's the secret black
That's the
door.
door that doesn't exist.
Okay.
So that's where they come in
Amazing.
from. They'll sit, they'll dine, they'll enjoy their meal, and
Right.
very quietly they will go back to where they came from.
Oh, amazing. Very interesting. You know, this is something I've seen for the first time. But also, you know, so I also want to understand that Torii comes with so much of weightage, you know, the name in itself, because obviously the name's attached to it. What is the pressure that comes with, you know, the credibility that it has to offer?
See, the people come in here and sometimes they come in with an open mind and they leave from here saying, wow.
Okay.
And then there is the other occasions when people come here and they're hype, or they have built it so much in their head that we sometimes don't know where we are. And so they leave with a good experience, but you know, then they have their reservations that, oh, Gauri Khan's restaurant should be doing XYZ. That's their perspective.
Okay.
We just make sure that we are focusing on the quality of the food, the vibe, the ambience, the quality of the service and the cocktails. All of that should be, you know, at a standard where the owners, Gauri Khan, myself, we all say this is, you know, this represents us. This is
Absolutely.
where our personalities are. So sometimes you just gotta silence, you know, just put the noise aside and do what you think is best.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember last season of Fabulous Lives with Bollywood Wives, there was a party thrown right here
Yes,
in
there
Torii.
was. Yes, there was.
What was that experience like? Were you also that time around and, you know, running the kitchen and
Yeah.
serving every guest who had come?
Well, yes, we had a Bollywood party, I would say, a
Yeah.
housewife's party. We had a selection of food that was placed on the counter as well as being passed around. I had the opportunity to meet a lot of those celebrities, greet them, make them feel comfortable in our restaurant. And that was different. I had never done that before. But all in all, quite a lot of fun.
But was it also stressful?
Stressful for maybe 2 minutes in the start. And then once, you've spoken to a couple of people and you feel a little more comfortable. Plus, this is my home at the moment, and they're coming into my home. So I have to remind myself about that. Just be confident, go out there and do what you do.
But do you remember any stressful moment from that day that, you just thought, oh my God, how are we going to pull this off?
Yes, I think one of the instances was when all the housewives gathered right in the center. They called all their friends. They wanted to have a seat all together.
Yeah.
And wanted some food really fast. And we made sure that everything was aligned and taken care of for the ladies. And by the end of it, they left from here feeling that wow factor that the restaurant can provide in terms of ambience and food as well as cocktails.
Amazing. So far, has anything been shot here other than, that particular episode?
A lot of interviews and podcasts and stuff
No,
like that.
I'm talking about
place.
movies or web series or something like that.
There have been shoots that have taken place overnight or at early hours in the morning, and those are mostly kept confidential.
Acha, okay.
So things have taken place in the restaurant, but I would not be able to speak about it.
Absolutely. So now where are we going?
Let me take you to the bar. We have a fantastic bar and a bar area on the other side of the restaurant. That's where usually the DJ plays his jams in the evening.
Right.
A lot of people come in for cocktails and just for a quick stop sometimes before they head out to their homes.
Amazing.
So yeah, come, let's have a look.
Come on. So the place is not just for nightlife, but it's open throughout the day.
Well, we're open for lunch
Okay.
and then we open for dinner.
Okay.
Our first, from about 12 o'clock to 4 is when we're functioning.
Okay.
Then we take a break, we reanalyze and set up for the evening, and then dinner starts at about 7-ish
Okay.
and goes on till about midnight. And the restaurant and the bar area is open till about 1:30.
Okay. So if you have to tell me about the most expensive dish on the menu, what would that be?
Well, our most expensive dish and one of the signature dishes of the restaurant is our miso black cod.
Okay.
So this is a specific type of cod fish that we're getting in from international waters.
Oh.
So the cost of that dish is upwards of 4,500.
Okay.
But this fish comes with some, it's a buttery, delicious fish. So we got to take care of it inside while we prepare it. And every time it is being served in the dining room, it has made an impact.
Oh.
So we're serving that with a wasabi foam and some pickled ginger. Very cool, unique, and mostly Japanese.
Amazing. Also, what's the most ordered dish?
I think India and chicken, in terms of non-vegetarians, the chicken yakitori or the kung pao chicken are one of our highest selling dishes. It's also because it is approachable, understandable for most of our crowd. I think chicken for the non-vegetarians, and for the vegetarians, we have cottage cheese.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes stir-fried or kung pao cottage cheese or the sizzling cottage cheese. And then everybody likes to have the broccoli or the edamame, which is like a snack to start off your meal.
Right. Also, in the desserts and in the cocktails, what would be the hero according to you?
Oh, the desserts. My personal favorite is the gooey chocolate.
Okay.
So that comes with a chocolate cake and a salted caramel filling. And then table side, we pour this nice warm chocolate sauce. So that's a delight for me. If I could, I would probably eat the whole thing. But, I try to stay away. So just maybe 1 or 2 bites. And that's a good dessert to share on the table as well.
Amazing. If I'm not wrong, you worked with Marriott, you worked with Sage and Saffron also in the past.
Yes, I was with Sage and Saffron. Yeah.
So, when you came here and, the menu was being designed, how involved was Gauri in designing the menu?
Well, she played she played a good hand, I would say. We had a lot of food tastings and trials, and I inherited a menu. Then I broke down that menu and decided what I felt was apt
Right.
for the restaurant and my personality. And so I built a different menu using the previous menu.
Okay.
So I would say about 30% of the menu was pre-existing, and then the rest of it was new. And when you have new dishes, the owners, Gauri Khan, and all the top people in in the restaurant would come and try your food and critique and let you know feedback and stuff.
Okay.
So she was definitely a part of it. So were the owners as well, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know?
Absolutely. And I think we'll take the remaining conversation sitting down now
Yeah.
that we've seen the place.
Of course.
So let's sit down and speak
Sounds good.
about, a lot more details about Torii, the food and everything. Okay.
Of course.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much for giving us a tour of the place, firstly, Stefan. And I want to know from you, so, how often do Mr. Khan, Shah Rukh Khan and family dine here at Torii?
Well, it entirely depends on how busy their schedule is. But it would be hard for me to give you a particular
Yeah.
count of how many times, but they keep coming here quite often.
Okay.
And whenever they don't have the time to come here, they would usually place an order and we would have it sent over to the houses as well.
Okay. But is there a usual order that they always give?
More from their little son.
Abram.
He likes the sushi here.
Okay.
Suhana has come in on a few occasions by herself with her friends. And then Shah Rukh Khan has been here a few times now as well. Sometimes, well, most of the times it was with Gauri and the family. They came here to celebrate, I believe, Mrs. Dadlani, Shah Rukh Khan's manager.
Yes.
They came here to celebrate her anniversary.
Oh,
So the
amazing.
whole family was here. The kids were here. It was quite exciting.
And is there something specific that SRK loves from the menu?
He hasn't particularly pointed it
Okay.
out, but I have seen his reaction when he tasted some of our food. He enjoyed the yakitori, he enjoyed the sushi, and I believe he also enjoyed the lamb chops.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what would he usually like? What does he usually order?
chops.
Lamb chops is what he
Yes,
orders. Wow.
yes.
Amazing. Also, how involved is Gauri day-to-day basis? Like, is she?
Well, I wouldn't say that Gauri is involved in
Okay.
day-to-day operations. That comes for us. Mainly, we are the team that is running the operations, the food.
Right.
The gentlemen, the owners are also involved in the marketing and the PR and so on. Gauri gives us her 2 cents when she feels something is not as it should be.
Yeah.
But touch wood, so far, things have been going well. There is a good understanding between the management here and Gauri Khan. And I think we're putting our best foot forward.
Right.
And yeah.
So, earlier when we were talking about you designing the menu and you were like, made them taste a few dishes. How critical is Gauri when it comes to, giving feedbacks?
Well, she speaks her mind.
Okay.
We make sure from our side, I make sure from my side that before we put those dishes on the table to taste, I have eaten them at least 5 times and we've cooked it over 10 times to make sure that we've reached the standard. Once we reach the standard and I'm happy, then I'm confident about, the guests, Gauri Khan, the management, everybody else liking it as well.
So, if you have to tell me about one dish that, you've planned and, she's not probably liked it.
No, I think let's do it the other way around. She loves her Thai curry.
Yeah.
And I feel like Thai curry is being done everywhere and that we should
Right.
not do it. But then that's her favorite. And how can we not do
Oh,
it, right?
okay.
So, yeah, that would be an example.
Amazing. Also, recently there was some news about the fake paneer controversy is what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah.
When that happened, how did y'all deal with it? Because I remember y'all issued a statement, expressing your claim. But when it is a celebrity-owned restaurant, how much damage can things like these do?
Well, I think it definitely makes an impact when we point fingers for something that is baseless. The quality, the ingredients, everything that we provide is top notch. So we had nothing to worry about. We issued the statement so that people can understand what is happening, how things are done. There's a lot of stuff going on with food chemistry and food science. It takes 4 years to get a degree.
True.
Just pouring something on something is, for me, it was,
Yes.
look, I don't get me wrong. He did it with his, pure intentions. He just wanted to test.
But is there a certain action that you all have also specifically taken against that content creator for making, claims like this? Because in a way, it is also putting a kind of a, blotch on the image of the
Right.
restaurant, even
Yes.
if it's a temporary one, but it puts y'all under the scanner.
It does, yes. Well, we did speak with the gentleman and, try to make sense of how things are done in the culinary world, how food science works. And he understood.
Okay.
He took off his post as well.
Right.
And I think that we, as a team, as management, believe that people out there are smart enough to understand what is going on.
But that did not also affect the business aspect of things for y'all?
No,
It did
actually,
not.
it increased our business.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I also got 20, 30 followers on my Instagram
Oh.
too. So that was a blessing in disguise, I would say.
Absolutely. Also, other than SRK and family, who are the other celebrity guests, who y'all have hosted here, who, frequently keep coming? And do they get any special treatment other than the secret doorway?
Well, not everybody gets the secret doorway.
Oh, okay.
The secret doorway is for the Khans. But we have a lot of celebrities come in here time and again, over and over.
Okay.
I would refrain from taking names because I might not name them rightly.
Okay.
But we have young celebrities, models, TV people coming in as
Right.
well, and a lot of repeat Bollywood customers who come in and they like to sit. I believe Sonakshi Sinha is here very often. Sonal Chauhan, I think,
Yeah.
Neha Dupia, and
Okay.
Soha Ali Khan.
Soha Ali Khan,
Yeah,
okay.
Soha Ali Khan comes in with her family as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's just a few. And then Akshay Kumar has been here, Arjun Kapoor, Ajay Devgan, and you name it.
Nice.
I have seen the big wigs of the business
Absolutely.
here.
But what is the special treatment they get when they are here?
We just make sure that they get what they ask for.
Okay.
Sometimes they have a dietary restriction. They want to eat early. They want to have something off the menu. They call us, we interact, try to understand what they want and deliver. And that's probably what brings them back here over and over.
So who's ordered something off the menu?
We've no names again.
Okay.
No names.
But what have you made off the menu for a celebrity?
We've prepared fish in a different style, or made a vegetarian dish in a
Okay.
different style with low oil, less calories, nuts, seeds, and such. Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, so another thing I want to understand is with a celebrity-owned restaurant, I'm sure there are its challenges. But what are the perks also that come with it?
Well, the perks are that you get to see all these amazing people come into your restaurant. With a person like me in my position, I get the opportunity to interact with these people and leave a mark, So if one of these guys become big in the future and open another restaurant, they can just give me a call.
Absolutely. What's the best feedback you've gotten from, the other celebrities, and who has given you that feedback?
I keep getting called out to the table, and most of the times it is, I would say 99% of the time, it is for a positive
Okay.
recommendation or comment. I specifically remember Yuvraj Singh, calling me out to the dining room and thanking me for the dining experience they had.
Right.
And that has happened on a few occasions. People have been very generous, and given great compliments. As people have come and asked and met me and even asked for a photograph. So it's nice, Thank the Lord for this opportunity, and the owners, of course, Gauri Khan.
Also, is there a signature dish that has been, given specifically by Gauri or SRK, or is dedicated to them on the menu?
The Thai curry is dedicated to
Gauri.
Khan, yes. And she also loves the dirty truffle
Okay.
sushi. Shah Rukh Khan, he enjoyed the chicken yakitori and the lamb chops, and once in a while we get an order, so we have it sent over to their residence as well.
So, you mentioned that Abram keeps calling for food.
Yes.
Suhana has come here with her friends. Aryan has not been here yet.
Oh no, he has actually. I'm
Okay.
sorry I skipped that, but he's been here on a few occasions. I've seen him, hanging out with his friends on the
Okay.
other side of the restaurant. I don't know if particularly anything about the food with Aryan.
Acha,
But,
okay.
and that has usually been later in the evening. So we have put a bunch of food on the table, and then what he has enjoyed, I might not have the right information for that right now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for, giving us this entire Torii experience. It was really wonderful talking to you.
Yes, my
and
pleasure.
Wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.